What to do, everybody? It's your Q-Man Teddy B coming back at you with a new review from BulletproofBilliards.com. And today we are talking about the AR-15 Carbon Fiber Series Basic Model Series Pool Cue. And coming in at $249.95. You got that budget price, but man, I tell you what, you got that pro performance. And we're gonna talk about specs. We're gonna do a sound test, deflection test, and really get into it and some playability. So stick around and let's get into this today. And remember, if you enjoy what I do, I mean, like, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and it shows that you appreciate what I do here. And it lets me and allows me to bring these amazing products to you guys to check out. So let's get into this today and let's do it. So before we hit the pool table, let's knock out a few specs when it comes to the Bulletproof AR-15 all carbon fiber basic model series playing pool cue. So this pool cue is coming in at $249.95, and with good reason, which we're going to talk about here shortly. But you know, I got a discount code for you guys, all caps Teddy20, which I will put right here for you guys, and that's going to bring this and knock this down to just under $200. So for under $200, like the title says, budget price, pro performance. So let's talk about the specs and let me show you guys what you're getting with this. Let's start by talking about the shaft. The shaft is a standard 29 inches. It is a 15K unidirectional all carbon fiber shaft. It's got that Bulletproof logo on there engraved. It is obviously a unilock quick release connection. It does have a white ferrule right here. When you're looking on their website and you're looking at this, you're gonna see that the ferrule is like a dark brown finish, but I assure you, when you're ordering this and you get this pool cue, you will get a white ferrule. So it will come standard with a Black King original medium hardness tip. But if you want a different hardness tip, or if you want a different tip in general, like say you want an aim tip or a bulletproof recoil tip, soft, medium, hard, or if you prefer or like the King original, then you know this is a medium. You can get soft, medium, or hard, whatever your preference is. After placing your order, you can contact Robert, which I will put the phone number right here where you can reach him, and you can call him, give him your order number, your name, and tell him, hey, I want this tip on there. I'm not 100% sure, but there might be a slight upcharge for changing the tip depending on which tip you go with. So I'm just letting you guys know that now. The shaft itself is extremely well made. Of course, you know, coming from BulletproofBreakTips.com, Robert definitely make sure that his products are always well made and very, very durable. Check this out. It's got a nice tonk sound, so you're not getting a tinky sound, but we'll get into more of the sound of it and all that when we do a sound test and we hit some balls with it and so on and so on. So here's the shaft, and this is where things kind of get interesting with the butt. Sorry about that. It is a 3K woven carbon fiber butt finish. It has a true unilock quick release connection, and it is all phenolic inserted. It is not extension ready, as you can see here. And this particular pull cue comes in 18, 19, 20, 21, and I do believe 22 ounces. It is not changeable. It has no weight bolt inside of it. You cannot put a weight bolt inside of it. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. It unscrews just like so. And when you unscrew the butt cap on the inside, you can see that it is closed off. The whole entire butt of the cue is all solid. There's no hollow, nothing. That is all solid due to the fact that it has no weight bolt in there. And like I said, it is not extension ready. And what I'm about to show you will void the warranty on this pull cue purchase. But if you wanted to do this, this is strictly just my personal thoughts and what I would do if I wanted this pull cue to be extension ready. So here we have a bulletproof extension. And if we put it in here, you can see it's loose. It no fit, but it is now extension ready. And this is what I was talking about, voiding the warranty on it. So what you could do, and keep in mind, I said if you decide to do this, what you could do, and I personally think I might just do this, you could put this on here, since you have so much surface material right here, and that's all rubber. And here you have carbon and phenolic. So you could put that in there like so, make it nice, get it nice and centered, and you could glue that on there, and you could have the pull cue extension ready if you so choose to. So do keep in mind, guys, that is just a personal life hack, and it will void the warranty if anything happens to it. But that option is there if you wanted to purchase an extension butt cap to go with it, and if you wanted to, do that. But moving on, we're going to screw this back on. And after screwing this butt cap back on, we grab our shaft. It is seamless. Look at that. That is 100% flush, and that looks gorgeous. The grip on here, being wrapless, it has such a good grip. It plays very well. It is very well balanced. It is a little on the butt heavy side due to the fact that there's no weight bolt in here, so you can't adjust or the balance. What you see is what you get with this pull cue, and that's why it's called the basic series, and ergo the price. But you're getting extremely pro performance when it comes to the whole entire cue itself. And the finish, it just looks so freaking good. Let's bust this apart real quick. Grab our scale here. Show you guys what this is coming in at. And if we can get it to sit correctly. Sorry, I am not perfect. There we go. It is 19.2 ounces. This is the 19-ounce pull cue. So if you order the 18 ounce, you're going to get 18.2 ounces when it comes to ordering this pull cue, and so on and so on. And let's move on and let's get back to the shaft and the tip, and let me show you guys a little awesome tool. So let's do that. Real quick, before we move on any further, I forgot to mention that this pull cue, the shaft, the diameter of the shaft is only available in a 12.5 millimeter diameter. And let me show you guys real quick. I've got my trusty little tool. My battery is about to die, so I apologize if it blinks. And we're just gonna bust this out and show you guys real quick. That is at 12.5, 12.6 from here. There we go, 12.5. My apologies, my finger's a little shaky there. So yeah, we have a 12.5 diameter, and the shaft itself is a slow rise pro taper. So similar to like the Jacoby Black carbon fiber series, or also the Killwood Purex carbon fiber infused shafts, and so on and so on, they all have a slow rise pro taper. What is a slow rise pro taper, Teddy? Well, a slow rise pro taper, that is from the ferrule to about right here, you're getting 12.5 millimeters in diameter. And from about right here, it slowly starts to rise. And we still have a little bit battery left here. So from here, we are looking at 12.7 in diameter, 12.8, and slowly moving down. From here, we are at 13 millimeters. Sorry, yep, there goes my battery. So there is that real quick information about the shaft, that it does come already and only available in a 12.5 diameter. And back to the shaft and the tip itself, I have this wicked awesome tool from Bulletproof, guys. Check this out. This is a 6-in-1 tip tool. On this portion side, you have this sandpaper hardness metal material. You flip it over, you have 1, 2, 3 sections where, like, if you have your pull cue together, or you can put your foot down on there, or you could do it by hand, and you can just stick your tip in there and rotate it in a nice rotational fashion, and that will give you a nickel, penny, and dime radius. On this portion, we have a metal soft material scuffer that will not change the diameter of your tip, but will gradually scuff your tip just nicely and just right. Coming standard, when you first get it, let me flip that over. Coming standard, when you first get it, it will be a nickel radius. And then you have the option, you can change whatever you prefer. And let me show you guys how this awesome tool works. So say you want to scuff it. It's a flat surface. Here we have a round surface. How do you scuff it with a flat surface? So what you want to do is you want to put it at about a 45-degree angle, like so, and you want to rotate the shaft and move this in an up and down position, like so. And that is going to scuff this tip up nicely. Look at that. Missed a few spots there. But yeah, I mean, like, it is a great tip. If you want to shape it, you can flip this over and you would apply a little bit more pressure, and we're just going to rotate it like so. And that way we are getting a nice, even rotational shape when we are deciding which diameter shape we want. Look at that. That's nice. That's nice. And then for a quick cleanup, you can always stick it in here, or if you want to shape your tip at a faster radius pace, you can always just stick it in one of these and just give it a firm press, rotation, and like so. Check that out. It's a nice looking tip. Did we change the radius, or is it still nickel? That's still a nickel radius. A little bit of an empty space there. A lot of bit of an empty space there. But yeah, that's definitely a nickel radius. An awesome little tool, and for a fraction of the price that Kamui charges, for what you get is just basically a fancy wood and a scuffer. That's it. But Bulletproof, I think they did it really, really well. I will leave a link in the description for this awesome tool and everything else that we talked about. So, without further ado, guys, how about we snap this bad boy together and take it for a spin on the pool table. Let's do that. All right, so we're gonna do a sound test real quick with this shaft and the King Original Medium tip. Listen, like real quick. It's a nice tonky sound. I like it. Let's do a hit sound. This is soft. Oh. This is medium with spin, of course. Nice tonky sound. And this is a nice firm hit. And this is a straight on hit. A straight on hit, you're definitely going to get a nice solid sound. So yeah, nice.
We got a 9-ball rack right here. I'm gonna fast forward this real quick. And so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna break with this Black King Original medium tip. It is a true medium tip. I want to see how it breaks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and bam! Not too shabby. I honestly, I with that tip, I don't recommend breaking with it. It is a true medium. And so you're not going to get the best break unless you slam it. Here we're going to start with a follow shot on the 1, and we're going to do a cross little spin on the 2 up the rail and kick to the 9. We got perfect position on the 3. This shaft it performs, and with the butt itself, it is all one amazing made pool cue. And I really screwed up that 4 ball. That's user error. And just like that, I scratch on the 4. Come on. Here we're going to do a follow shot, draw shot with the 5, and we're going to turn around and we're going to do a top draw follow shot with the 6, get position on the 8 as it is hidden behind the 9 there, and we're going to knock the 9 out. I was trying to get position for the 9 right in the center, hit it just a little too hard and nicked it, but it's all good. We've got great position here for popping the 9 in the corner pocket, and the balance on this thing is just great. Without having a weight bolt in there, it's got great grip, but if you don't grip it just right with that no weight bolt in there and being a solid cue, it will feel a little back heavy. Here, we're just going to grab a simple ball and do a 2-rail spin shot just for, shits and giggles for fun. And, oh, we missed it. So we're just going to pop this 3 in here and we're going to move on to some gameplay and talk more about it.
So let's talk about how the playability is. So in the specs, I was telling you guys that this is a slow rise pro taper shaft. From here to about right here, you're getting 12.5 millimeters in diameter, and then it's got a slow rise pro taper. But as I've been playing with it and I've been shooting with it, I've noticed that when you follow through and stroke through the shaft from like about right here, I'd say it feels very consistent and very even. Let's start with a back draw here on the 1 ball. Nice and smooth. To be 100% honest, I'm not the biggest fan of this tip so far. 2 ball, put some spin on it, see if we can bring the cue ball over here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, like, the tip, the shaft, it does what you want it to do. Here, I'm gonna put some top on it, make the 3. Just enough to get position on that 4. The playability, the way that it feels, the balance, like, let's talk about the balance on it. Right about, there's your balance point. It's 19 ounces, and like I said, no weight bolt. Whoop. There we go. Perfectly balanced right there. So a good grip would be about like right here to right here. Any further, it's going to start to be like, give you that back heavy feel. Oh yeah. I mean, like, amazing performance. But say you don't want the whole entire cue and you just want the shaft. You can buy the shaft by itself and several different joint connections and different sizes as well, from 11.8 to 12.4 in diameter, and it comes with your tip of choice. But when you're checking out, it's going to be a Bulletproof recoil soft, medium, or hard tip. But you can, like I said, after you place your order, you can call Robert and put whatever tip you want on your shaft. For example, hold please. This is an 11.8 carbon fiber shaft that you can buy separately for $199. But for $199, you get a whole entire cue, but you only get a 12.5 millimeter shaft option. If you want just the shaft, you can buy it in 11.8 or 12.4, your choice. But the finish and the feel, both extremely smooth, both very durable. Let's put this back in the case and move this 6 ball back. But all in all, dude, it plays so freaking good. As long as you don't scratch. Oh, scratched. So we scratched on the 5, and now let's just finish running it out and let's talk a little bit more about this pull cue. We'll pop this 6 right here in the corner, add a little spin on it. Oh, playing dangerous, playing dangerous. But yeah, I tell you what, for the price that you're getting, you are getting extremely low deflection with this shaft. As you saw when we did the deflection test, the playability is awesome. When I was saying I'm not a big fan of this particular Black King tip, because it's just, I'm not a big fan of true medium, and this is definitely a true medium tip. But It does perform very, very well when you actually hit the ball right. So real quick, let's demonstrate how well this shaft really does perform. We're going to put the A ball right here, Q ball right here, and we're going to put our 9 ball right here on the rail. And I'm going to put extreme top right spin, so making the 8 and bringing the cue ball back, giving us perfect position for making the 9 in the corner pockets. Just a little fun thing to do. And just like that, perfect position. And to finish it off, beautiful. I do have to say, I am highly impressed. For $249, and you know I got that promo code for you guys, Teddy20, all caps. I'll put it right here for you guys. That'll take an additional 20% off anything and everything that you guys buy from bulletproofbraketips.com, including this beautiful pull cue right here. I mean, like, just under $100. I mean, sorry, just under $199. I mean, like, wow. It performs. You saw it for yourself. I am very impressed. And like I said, it is not extension ready, but you can buy an extension cap and you can glue it on there if you wanted to. But that is all personal preference. I wouldn't recommend it, but I probably will do it myself. So let's get down to our final thoughts. So my final thoughts on the AR-15 all carbon fiber basic model series carbon fiber pull cue. $249.95. And with that promo code, you know, Teddy20, all caps, takes an additional 20% off, drops it down to $199 and some change. Oh my goodness gracious. I am very, very much impressed. And I genuinely like it. I kind of like the fact that there is no weight bolt in here because it feels very solid and it hits very well. It holds chalk. This tip right here holds chalk so freaking good. I mean, like, check that out. I genuinely, like, no BS. I am a big fan. I am a big fan of this pool cue, and it definitely does perform just as well as my Q-Tex Energy shaft or any other pull cue that I have. The balance, the structure, the design, the finish, the feel, it's quite humid in here at Racks and Stacks here in Waco, Texas. But with this wrapless and the carbon fiber 3K woven finish, it feels so grippy and like it doesn't sweat, and it just gives you this amazing solid grip that I absolutely love. And that's basically my thoughts. I mean, like, very low deflection on the shaft, great connectivity with the pin. I mean, like, it rolls straight as an arrow and it plays amazing. And guys, thanks for watching today's review. And remember, if you enjoy what I do, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, guys, peace. Mwah.